How to teach the four skills: reading, speaking, writing, and listening. So let's start by reading. So, how to teach reading? Actually, there are three stages in teaching reading. So, a pre-reading. So, in this stage, the teacher starts by contextualizing the topic of reading process by using proverbs, quotes, picture, video, or search discussion. Then move to explain vocabulary items that students may encounter in the text. After that, he asks for their predictions about the topic of the text they are going to read. So while reading, so this is the stage while reading. The teacher gives the text to students and asks them to read it silently and check their predictions. This process called skimming. Then teacher asks them to read again to answer the comprehension questions. This process called scanning. So the third stage, post reading. So in this stage, the teacher may open a debate or a role play discussion, ask them to summarize the text or give their opinion about the topic. Here, the teacher can integrate many skills like writing, speaking, and listening. So, how to teach speaking? As well, there are three stages in teaching speaking. So, sitting up. In this stage, the teacher provides students with all in the input information that they will need in the second stage, which is speaking practice. So, for example, the topic and some information about it, in addition to what they should do, and so on. So, let's move to the second stage in speaking. Speaking practice. So, here the teacher divides students into groups and assign them a speaking activity. The role of the teacher here is to give his feedbacks on their performance. So then comes the third stage, feedback. Students perform their work in front of the teacher and their classmates. So the teacher provides students with some checklist to correct their friends' errors and mistakes while they are performing. So the role of the teacher here is to give his feedback on their performances. So how to teach writing? Here we have 5 stages in teaching writing. So brainstorming, the first stage. Here the teacher asks his student about their prior knowledge about the topic using mind up, spider map, asking WH questions, and so on. Second stage, planning. So teacher and students identify the plan or the outline. The third stage in writing, drafting. Teacher gives the student chance to write their first draft, writing all what comes to their mind. The fourth stage, revising. So the teacher gives students a checklist to revise the content, meaning of their production, the ideas, if they are organized or not. And the fifth and last stage in writing is publishing. So students read their productions and they might put it in their portfolios. So now let's move to how to teach listening. So there are 3 stages in teaching listening. So pre-listening, teacher starts by contextualizing the topic using proverbs or short discussions and ask them for their predictions about the topic of listening. And why? So the second stage, why listening? Students get their first listening in order to check their predictions, then get second listening in order to answer the comprehension questions, and third listening for discussing and giving their opinions and so on. The third and last stage in listening is post listening. So in this stage, teacher can ask his student to give their opinions about the topic of listening or summarize the main idea of the topic or any activity that is appropriate to the listening task. So here we come to the end concerning how to teach the 4 skills. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for your consideration.